Welcome again to today's episode on this channel. If you are joining us for the very first time, I'd like you to switch on your notification button. Not only that, please subscribe, be ready to make your comments, and also share even to your other forum. At the same time, like this channel. Today, we are really having a good one. And is this a follow-up even to our last episode? So, we have decided in this community to now say, okay, we've mentioned some of these micronutrients that are used as food fortificants. We want to really get to know them. So we're starting from the very first one, that is vitamin D. For the working class, I want you to watch this episode till the end. We live in the sub-Saharan Africa. Why should I be concerned about vitamin D? So in this episode, we will learn what vitamin D is, what are the sources of vitamin D, why do we really need, and who are the people that are at risk of vitamin D, and what are the recommended intake per day. Vitamin D itself is what we call a type of vitamin that easily dissolves in fat and oil. So it is called a fat-soluble vitamin. And it is very, very essential to our body. Where do we get it? Basically more from animal, like from your fish, from the egg yolk, from mushroom. Also we get from fortified foods that we also get from supplements. But there's a natural way that we all know, most of us, we misconstrue to say, oh, I get vitamin D from the sun. We do not really get vitamin D from the sun. Rather, the sun helps to synthesize vitamin D in our body. And for you to be able to maximize it, it has been proved that you need to stay about 15 minutes in the sun so that there's a particular level you will reach, for that sun to penetrate. And, the maximum is about 380 nanometer. Just forget about the language. That is the intensity. Check yourself. When last did you really stay in the sun? You wake up in the morning, you're in the car, you're in the bus, you get to your office, no contact with sunlight. I'm not saying the sunlight in the afternoon, when it is, the intensity is much, you are not really going to get anything from that. We have said from fortified foods, and mostly the fortified food is more basically from margarine and oil. You could also get it we see now from milk. We need vitamin D because it helps, musculoskeletal growth. It helps it to be strengthened, to have that strength to carry the bone. Also, if you are taking calcium and you are not taking it with vitamin D, it's not going to do you any good because they work together. It also helps even the younger children to have for bone formation. It helps also to prevent bone breaking. I've seen someone, you find just going, and the next thing was the person fell. Anything. Not that the person hit his leg against anything. No, because the bone was already brittled. Another reason why we need vitamin D is that as we grow older, the rate at which we synthesize vitamin D reduces. I'll tell you, this is a personal story. Exactly 14th of November 2023, I had cause to do my blood work at Dynacare Laboratories in Canada. And lo and behold, it is expected from their range reported that the vitamin D level should be between 65 to 250. The reported level was 25 people that are at risk of having insufficient vitamin D or deficiency of vitamin D. Breastfed children, number one. Let's imagine a situation where the mother herself, she's already low in vitamin D and is breastfeeding. So what do you expect the child to get? It has been shown that skin Because of the melanin, the pigment, that gives us this dark skin, we are prone to have low level of vitamin D. Another one is people with irritable bowel movement or bowel syndrome, IBS. They are always having issues with their stomach. Some maybe they easily go to the restroom. So you discover that even the calcium, even if they take enough calcium, that has to work with vitamin D that they are taking, it does not really stay in their body. Also, people that when they have difficulty in digesting fat, or the digestion of their fat is slow, they are likely to encounter delay in absorption of that vitamin D. Also, older adults, as you are growing older, the rate of synthesizing vitamin D reduces. So there is that risk of developing sicknesses and diseases that are associated with vitamin D deficiency or insufficiency. Another risk is limited exposure to sun. In addition, people that might have undergone gastric bypass. Gastric bypass means people they have issue with their alimentary system, their stomach, let me say their digestive system, where their food enters. There are operations or surgeries that are carried out that they have to remove some parts. Another one that we may not take cognizance of is people that are on steroids to address issue of inflammation, because inflammation, you want to tell, is going to slow down calcium absorption, the bone. So at the end of the day, it affects even the level of vitamin D that they may have. Another one is people that are taking statin to address issue of cholesterol. Statin is when you have high cholesterol, and because of that, your vitamin D is synthesized from the cholesterol, and when the statin is attacking the cholesterol, you discover that your vitamin D will not be available for your body. And for some people that are on hypertensive drug, specifically the thiazide, like hydrochlorothiazide, such people may develop hypercalcemia. In other words, high level of calcium, now getting calcium deposits in their body. So the vitamin D, now because they're having a deposit rather than being excreted that is supposed to work together, that it becomes a problem. Research has shown that lack of vitamin D predisposes people to have specific type of cancer: the bone marrow cancer, the lung, breast cancer, and prostate cancer. Postmenopausal women, that is women that are no longer menstruating, were placed on vitamin D for a period of 4 years, and that was reported by Henne in 2006, had reduction in probability of having cancer. Also, inclusion of vitamin D in treating people with pulmonary tuberculosis. At the end of the day, they had a reduction in that tuberculosis. Another thing that vitamin D has been used for is what we call cold, serious flu. Experiments in black women show that giving them vitamin D caused a reduction in having that particular flu, what we call influenza. People with heart problem were called myocardial infarction. When they were given vitamin D supplements, they observed that the fraction reduced. Another research in Philippines showed that newly borns were given 0.05 milligrams per day of vitamin D. More than 80% of them had reduction in type 1 diabetes. Let us look at countries that have directed that vitamin D should be added into their food products. Countries like US, country like Canada, even Zambia in Africa, even Morocco, North Africa, we know the level of the sun over there. This year, 2024, the United Kingdom directed that the need for inclusion of vitamin D in food and in drinks. Now, having said this, what is the quantity of vitamin D that we should consume per day? Infants, children that are newly born, till the time they will be 1 year, WHO has recommended that they should be given 10 micrograms. Then, for others from 1 year to 70, theirs should be 60 IU, or what we call 15 micrograms. For the elderly now above 70, it is expected that they should consume 20 micrograms per day, or when it is written, it will be written as 800 IU. There was no time during my antenatal period where they recommended the taking of vitamin D. That is why we're being informed on this platform. Let our take-home point be, number one, we're not getting enough vitamin D. Also, we've established that vitamin D work together with calcium. We've also established that there are some people that are at greater risk of having vitamin D deficiency or insufficiency. We've always established there are diseases and sicknesses that are associated with lack of vitamin D. I'll still plead with you to subscribe to this channel, press on the notification button, make your comments, like and share to your other platform.